Keep that little pretty face for me.
Shut your pie hole.
You guys make my prostate itch, I swear. Oh, big man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, all right.
Big man with prostate. Oh, big man with a prostate.
I gotta pee a lot. Oh.
Rolling Stones.
Well.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Major Idiots Podcast. Well, you can see we are pretty dumb.
Oh, God.
They
figured that out a while ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. As always, I am Sean McConnell. With me is Alex DeGennaro in not Goblin mode, but he was in Deep Voice mode. I don't know if we're still in that.
No, I turned it off.
Turned it
What
off.
are you talking about?
You
That
sound
never
like the
happened.
Allstate guy
Oh,
commercial
God.
for a little bit.
And then with us always is Brian Lahosky and the looking good in his classic black polo today, Alex Town.
Oh, stop tickling me.
Oh, I'll
pish,
tickle you
pish
later
posh.
all
Oh,
day.
you're making me slip and slide.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
So, today we're going to talk about video games that we do not enjoy. Doesn't necessarily mean their quality is bad, but it's games we personally don't like.
Least favorite games
Sure.
Yeah.
we can
Least
do- we can
favorite
call it
games.
that. Least favorite
Yeah.
video
all
games.
time.
Because I could think of games that are absolutely horrible,
Mhm.
worse than the ones we're going to mention. But, these are ones that, don't sit well with us for one reason or another. It could have been the time we played them, who we played them with. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
These
Yeah.
are games that have offended me on a profound level, and I talk about them in therapy all the time.
Cool.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway.
I was literally just pouring my heart out to everybody.
Yeah.
all right. So,
Men's mental health awareness
That ain't
is
this
very
month.
important,
Town.
but
I
not
know,
to these guys.
I know one for sure that you're going to mention.
Oh, you know, yeah. Let me talk about it.
I know.
Okay, let me.
We will
Do you
get
want
there.
me to start off with that one?
No.
Do you want me-
No.
No, do you want me? Because it's at the top of my list.
Oh, it's not on your list?
It's at the top of
It's
my
not?
list.
No,
Not
the
your
top of
list.
your
Oh,
Okay.
you're going like top of the list first. Like,
Well,
Okay.
I have a little piece of paper, fellas, with my
Little piece
list.
What we have
I come
here
prepared.
at the Major Idiots Podcast is
a failure to communicate.
No, we don't.
What are you
We
talking
have-
about?
We have the side over there that is usually prepared with a nice, tidied list, and then you come to us, and we're just balls out, just kind of going for it, figuring it out as we go. We try to have lists every now and again,
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I actually have to edit your
you know.
guys' pants on so that we don't
It
see
just,
your balls.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work out. But
Yes.
thank you.
Some may call it
listening and being with
lazy.
us this far.
Yeah. That's all I have to say.
It's not lazy.
Do I need to
Oh
put
yeah,
on the
you're
evil
literally
voice
typing
again?
on your phone what's the topic again? what is it?
Well, we had problems figuring out camera stuff, and then we
Jesus Christ.
had an audio issue.
This is the longest setup that we've had. If it doesn't look good, whatever. Just imagine a good looking
Imagine a good look.
You know,
Hey,
you're
you
here
want to
to
give us
listen.
$3,000? We'll make it look better.
I will put footage of the Joe Rogan podcast over anytime we cut to you guys.
Join our Patreon that we don't have.
We can make one.
We could make one.
Listen, if we get a lot more subscribers, we will.
Brian will make an OnlyFans.
Well, I'm just going to do that anyway.
He'll show the holes in his socks.
Yeah.
Look at his feet.
You can see a little bit of skin over there.
He's
Yeah.
the foot man.
Look,
It's like the Hat Man, but for feet.
He refuses to go to Target to pick up another pair. That's what's hot about it.
I even told him I'd buy him socks. He's like, no.
I don't need your charity.
I like feeling the wind on
it's
my
the
feet.
ventilation, okay? It's a nice day outside, and we're.
So how
I
much
get to feel it.
how much rubbing and tugging did it take you to make those holes? Like
Oh, God.
I send these to my mom, and I'm like, hey, can you share these with
Sorry,
your
Mrs.
friends?
Lahosky.
Sorry.
And then she's
So-
like, I don't know. I'm not proud of you.
By
So
the way,
I
the
don't know if I
bakery,
want
the bakery
to."
you made the other day, spot on, fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that
those
shit was
are great.
Mm.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you for the Oscars food.
Yeah. It was
thank
the
you.
Oscars recently by the time
Yeah.
of this recording. Anyway, we're getting way off topic here. I'm angry.
I will let Brian start off. 'cause
Let's
he's-
talk about
he doesn't like a lot
games
of
that
video
make
games.
us upset. I'm starting out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, I'll
lovely.
let you
Okay.
get this rare opportunity to start out.
Yeah, I don't think
Because
I have
I know
before.
you probably have a lot.
Yeah.
He's got a
I
lot of
Because
it.
I don't know
Knowing
what,
Brian,
what
I'm
games.
sure.
Well, there should be a shorter list of the games that he loves.
Yeah.
yeah, I saw 20 plus games on his list when I peeked over on his
No,
phone.
no.
Yeah.
Not
He just pulls out a
true.
scroll that just rolls out.
Not
of the room.
true. I like things. I enjoy life, but the problem is you guys make it very hard for me sometimes. Okay.
We do when you're
Yes.
when you're playing games at home by yourself. You're like, it's those guys.
We were
fault I don't
setting
like
up
this
for
game.
2 hours today.
So you're doing the the Simpsons meme right now. It's like, am I the one out of touch? No, it's them that are out of touch.
Yeah, exactly.
And mind you, Brian, we were setting up for 2 hours. All right.
I was just sitting here, just letting everything unfold.
Yeah. Thanks for all your help.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
edit
Brian.
every video. Look, here's me editing right now. I'm gonna do something cool later. I don't know what yet. But anyway,
he's gonna show
For
his
our
sock.
visual version.
yeah.
Do you want
Audio.
the Doom voice when you say it?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Alright.
My first
Ready?
game to talk about is
Drawn to Life, the next chapter.
for the Nintendo DS.
Wait a minute,
Oh.
wasn't that on one of your favorite games lists?
No, Drawn to Life, the first one was. I did talk about it, this one briefly, the next chapter for the DS, in our video where we were talking about favorite games of all time. But I'm going to expand upon it a little bit more. So this game isn't necessarily bad. Like as like a platformer, well, I do think it's a little weak compared to the first Drawn to Life game, because in Drawn to Life, I mean, for those of you who are unaware, you basically draw like, you know, items and like aspects of the world, and it was very fun. And, you know, as a kid who was trying, you know, to stretch his imagination, it was great to like make things and be creative and stuff like that. I liked a lot of those games when I was younger.
You like drawing?
I like drawing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to draw like a lot, and I still do like drawing a bunch, but you know, then I got lazy and went into filmmaking, which isn't art. But
Wow.
Way to call yourself out.
Good job.
I mean, I'm just saying, you know.
We're putting Brian Lahosky's home address currently on their screen for
Why?
our visual watchers.
Why
So you can find him or send him mail.
Here's his
So
direct.
you can see some of his drawings.
Oh yeah, sure.
Wants to show
Yeah,
it
yeah,
off.
put some of your drawings.
Some are on the fridge.
Oh, none of my drawings are good. I'm not a very good artist. Again, filmmaker. But no, no. But I was,
Almighty, you're fine.
no. But the next chapter for the DS, it's more of the same. But to me, I don't really find the gameplay as compelling as the first one.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe because it's a few years out from the first one. But the thing that really pisses me off about this game is the story. So the premise of the first game, Drawn to Life, is that there's this little village of like these rabbit / dog like creatures called the Raposa, and there's a little bit of like religious like references in the first one, but it's not like annoying, right?
Mhm.
And then the second game, it's like, well, also the premise is that you, the player, are like the creator of this world, and that's, you know, the why you draw everything and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the sequel for the DS is, well, it's a direct follow-up, but there's this weird framing device the entire game where it's like, oh, it's like this dark, mysterious incident or whatever. What's up with that? And it turns out, well, because there's a human character in the first game whose name is Mike, and the whole joke is that they're like, oh, why are your ears so weird? And it's like, oh, because he's not a Raposa. He's just a regular human. It's a gag character, right? But then it turns out in the sequel, you find out that the entire world of Drawn to Life is just like a dream inside the Mike character's head. And the end of the game is basically like, oh, him waking up in the hospital because he survived an accident and his parents are dead. And like there's another character in the first.
His parents are.
Yeah.
This is a DS game?
Yes, for kids. It's
Jesus.
rated E for everyone.
I think I remember you telling me about
Yeah, I
this.
did talk about it. In
I
the
thought you were
episode
just
a little.
riffing for a
No,
second.
no,
I
this
don't
is
know.
real. This is, you can look it up.
Yeah,
And
everybody this character loved or cared about died in a car crash.
Yeah. And there's another character introduced in the first game. Her name is Heather. And, well, the main enemy of these games is like the shadow, this darkness or whatever. Heather's face, like half of it is shadowy, like she's corrupted or whatever. It turns out the reason for that is because she is a representative for Mike's sister in the real world who also got in that car accident, and half of her face is like in bandages because of like that. It's like, it's so dumb. I
then-
don't like it.
Does she become Big Boss?
No.
Half her face is in bandages.
I don't think about Metal Gear all the time, Sean, okay?
You know, I'm just thinking about, you know, Metal Gear Phantom Pain. Maybe that's how the game should open.
Yeah, it honestly
Right.
should have.
This is a game where you draw
Yeah, it's not on the same
so you
level
just
as
drew
Metal
with
Gear.
a little
Solid
stylus
Yeah,
pen.
yeah, yeah. No, but it's just so dumb because the thing is like the first game I had such like an attachment to like all the characters of the world. I mean, granted, as a kid, it's not much, but to me it was like everything. You know, I loved like saving all the villagers and building up this world. And in the second game, it's just like, oh yeah, none of this stuff really matters because, granted, it's a game. I get it, but as a kid, it was like everything. And just the fact that they're just like, oh yeah, none of this shit like matters. It's just like, I don't know. It's so jarring, and it's just so. Granted, the rest of the game is fine, but to me, that was like one of the first instances in my life where I felt a profound sense of sadness.
Yeah.
So you felt this
God.
way as when you played it as a kid, not years later. You're
Yeah,
like,
I was.
oh,
like,
this game I used to like. Now it fucking sucks.
yeah, it's like I was like 9 years old, and that was like the first game that like it like made me
The
really.
first game that broke you as a child.
Yeah, that's what I think. So, yeah,
Do you think if you didn't play that game, you'd be a much more well-rounded adult today?
probably not.
Would you say you
but,
would be happier, or would you
No,
say
no, not really.
Let's look at the alternative version of Brian who didn't play that game. He's now
Yeah.
currently running a nonprofit
Yeah, exactly.
helping children.
Carries a suitcase everywhere, like
Yeah.
a businessman adult.
Thanks a lot, Fifth Cell, you pieces of shit. Apparently, they made a sequel, like it's called Drawn to Life 2 Realms. It came out for iOS, and it follows up on that plot line, but it's dumb. I
That's
don't
a
like.
phone game. Phone games don't count.
Yeah.
They suck.
they
Oh
suck?
yeah, I'm a gamer. Pulls up Farm Simulator.
Yeah,
Angry Birds.
Now,
Actually,
the
I like
Farm
Farmville.
Simulator.
Farmville. Sorry, not Farm
God,
Simulator.
do you know
Farmville.
how much graphically intensive Farm Simulator
Well,
is?
Farm Simulator is cool. I misspoke. I meant Farmville.
Yeah.
Which was the Facebook game.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That I
that
remember
was-
mom sending me requests for when she got her Facebook. It's like, I'm not
Yeah.
playing Farmville anymore, Mom. Stop it,
Yeah.
please.
I used to play a game on. It was called Crime City,
Yeah.
and I remember I got like all these weapons in the game, and I started spam sending them to a friend of mine. And he texted me. He said, "Stop fucking sending me in." Because they're like sending invites to play the game.
Yeah.
But I'm like, "Oh, I'm just sending you items, man." He's like, "Stop it! You're like blowing up my computer. My family's trying to use it."
Family's trying to use it.
friendship lost. Oh, I should say also, there was an updated version because they did a Drawn to Life 1 and 2 compilation for the DS, and they somewhat changed the ending to the next chapter, where it was like instead of like this hyper realistic like imagery of like a car getting into like an accident in the middle of the woods and this kid waking up from a coma. It's basically like it's like this cutesy these drawings of a kid falling out of a tree, and like it's like the opposite direction. It's like it's not like so soap opera anymore. It's just kind of like it's very dumbed down. At the end of the day, I still think it's stupid that it's like, oh, I hate the stereotype of it was all a dream.
Yeah,
Or
you don't
shit
like
like
the
that.
Super Mario Bros. 2 ending? Yes.
No, well, that's
Or-
fine because that game is like an hour. It didn't waste my fucking time
We're
and
down.
get me
Oh my
invested
goodness.
in characters.
I think it's maybe a little bit more than an hour, but you know, just a little.
well, I mean, just saying because it's a sequel to a game where like that plot line was not established, and it was like,
Yeah, we gotta save the princess. And,
okay, well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Drawn to Life though. It created this whole world, and then it was just like, just whatever.
Okay.
All right.
I don't like it. That game, I do not like that game.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
Game-
all I will say.
This
So,
game
You said a
ruined
lot more than
Brian's
just
life.
that. but,
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, let's
Alright.
burn down the houses of the developers. No, I don't
Alright.
for that.
All right.
our town.
All right.
Oh, we all
do
ring
I
around a
go-
rosy. Wonderful.
Do I get to go? Oh,
Oh.
you, giddy,
Yeah,
giddy,
that's why
giddy.
you said your name.
Yay, yay.
Do you want the evil voice?
Do I want the evil boy? You do whatever you want, buddy.
So this first game,
truly
waiting for you
angered
to
me,
say it.
enraged me. I'm sure a lot of you have probably played it under the, your friends telling you to buy it because like, hey, let's all play this.
I haven't put it on yet.
No,
It is called
Lethal Company. Now,
I knew.
this context. That's me and DeGenero that told him to buy it.
Yeah.
no, you guys weren't the only friends.
Well, we
I
weren't the
had,
only people.
Well, Sarah.
yeah, so, I had another friend group try
really?
and get me to play it. And then I think my brother was also like, oh, yeah, you should get it. And I'm like, okay, all these people are telling me, recommending this game. I didn't really research it. I'm like, okay, something's fun to play with your friends. I think it is genuinely awful. I'm sorry. I know it's made by. I know it's made by one person who's a furry. That's sorry. I'm sorry. I had to mention it.
Really?
We
Wow.
love our furry
Wagging his
audience,
tail while he's
okay?
making
Hold
the
on.
game.
Whoa. You don't speak for all of us here.
I have no qualms about anyone who is a furry.
You
Okay,
have a furry friend.
I have a. He's not a furry all the time.
I was like, didn't you just announce a whole game studio for making that Drawn to Life game?
They're not furries though. I just
You don't know that.
I have
You don't know.
I don't discriminate. These guys do,
Yeah,
but
sometimes.
that's on them.
That's okay. We'll make up for you.
If this ship goes down, I'm walking the plank. Okay, I'll be fine.
I'm sorry. If there's any furries out there watching, I hope you get your fursuit back from the dry cleaners soon.
Okay, there you go. That's a nice thing. That's a nice thing to say.
From your orgy fest. But
That's a
It's not
bleep.
all sexual.
Look,
whatever,
I
though.
mean, you can't really piss them off because if they can afford a $2,000 fursuit,
Yeah.
and as the saying goes,
they're not the.
Oh my god.
I need
honestly,
to cut
furries
that.
aren't.
That's.
Furries,
Let us know in the comments what you think Sean said, because I'm bleeping it. Holy
Furries
shit.
aren't the people that you probably think they are, because they're like
Can
$3,000,
we
$4,000
talk about Lethal
suits.
Company, though?
They're like $3,000, $4,000. They're like doctors and engineers that are probably someone who did your heart transplants. A fucking wants to be a dog. Okay, but
okay, all right, we'll
back
say,
to
like,
Lethal Company.
the light
So-
furries are fine. The ones but the ones that want to have sex in their fursuits are a little fucking weird.
Yes.
that's kind of
Yeah, sniffing my ass at a
That's
convention.
They
you
bring
know.
down all of
You're
them.
caking.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Stop
the
it.
same with like every fan base who has like that weird side. So
Yeah.
I don't know about Star Wars fans. I
yeah.
don't think they're pissing on
It's
each
just
other.
like,
And
oh, Princess Leia.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Star Wars fans are annoying
Watch
for
it.
another reason.
yes,
Careful.
They're toxic. They're
Well, certain parts of the fan base are.
yeah, when like most of them have to like Daisy Ridley had to like
Yeah, that's not okay.
leave
Look, that's not okay. What Daisy Ridley is a great actress, and so is
John
Kelly Marie
Boyega.
Tran.
Yeah. Thank you. Her character was not very well executed, but that's not her fault. That's
Right.
the fault of the writing. It's the fault of the direction, and the hate that she got was not warranted or deserved whatsoever.
Yeah. But we really got off track here.
So
So, yeah,
Lethal Company.
Lethal
Lethal
Company.
Company.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
Lethal Company is a game. Okay, you work for like this asshole company, and you're supposed to like gather materials,
you're gathering
And-
salvage.
salvage materials, like what. Okay, so you like go down these plants from a ship. You go grab the items. You bring them back. You get some cash. You can get some items. What do you do with those items? Get more scrap metal. And the whole thing is, I have a
Buy
problem with the
silly
game because it's very boring. It doesn't really look that great. I mean, I can excuse the visuals. It's made by one guy. It looks good for one guy, but all I hear about this game is, oh, you just turn off your brain. I think you guys have told me that. Just turn off your brain. Just turn and enjoy. I'm like, this is fucking boring. This is so boring. Oh my god,
Good.
Jesus Christ! And you're like, well, it depends on who you play with. I'm like, but why does it have to be this game? You can play literally any other fucking game and have
What's
fun.
funny about that is like you said, it depends on who you play with, and like we were the only people you played with. So what does that say
Yeah.
about us?
Yeah.
No, he was the only person that he played with us, and then we were experiencing technical issues.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
trying to launch it.
Oh yeah, that's my other. People were like, "Oh yeah, you gotta get the mods." Oh yeah, the mods. That makes it so much
The
better.
thing that are not
Yeah.
a part of the game in its by default.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, "Okay, yeah, we're gonna install this mod, get more players." Okay, play with a few more people.
Yeah.
Still don't like the game. Doesn't really change much. And
Like I feel like if you have to get mods to make something better, it's not a sign that the game is good.
right.
Unless you want to.
And it was a never-ending windfall of like, hey, we gotta download this new mod, new
Yeah.
mod. Hey guys, we're getting a new mod manager so we can manage all these mods. And I remember I got so frustrated. I don't think I threw my headset, but like I just set it aside. I just left the call. And there,
You
were
did get
like,
real quiet for a while.
You did.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
we
just
were
like-
setting up mods for like half an hour. I will agree with you. That's why we stopped, or I stopped playing at
Yeah,
least. Because
I
every
kinda-
single time we would launch it, they were like, "Oh, I added a bunch of mods." I'm like,
Like, can we
"God
not
damn
do
it!
this
Just
every
let me,
single time?"
yeah, just like let's play
I-
the game."
Well, that
Well,
we found that other game that's a lot of fun. The one with like where you go down and everything's black and white.
Oh,
I know
that's
what you're
content.
talking about.
Yeah,
Content, yeah.
Content warning.
Content warning.
Yeah, that one was.
I
fun.
think that one was kind of fun because you could be funny with that game.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
You're-
yeah, we made little fake
made little
YouTube
videos.
Yeah,
videos.
that actually like made me laugh. It's
Yeah.
I think you would like it, Brian.
not
You get to
seen
make
it?
your own little
No,
movies inside of a game.
It was always funny being in the other game because it has proximity chat.
Oh, it
where you hear
does.
each other, and I hear you like with the camera, like, oh, and we go over here, and then it just cuts off because you're dead.
Yeah, because I.
Because you went into like a spider web, and then you're like, oh, the spider's got me. The spider's got.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think that's the funny part of with Lethal Company 2 is hearing your friends just like and then just cutting off.
I don't know, but it gets so. We didn't even play content producers for that long.
Yeah.
Lethal Company, like it got so old.
Content warning.
Or content warning. It got so old so quick. Like even like what was so frustrating was especially getting the mods work, but I was doing it for a game I knew I didn't enjoy. I could
Yeah.
make
Wait, is content warning a part of Lethal
No,
Company?
No, it's a
no.
different.
It's from an awesome studio that makes a free game every.
Yeah, imagine
Well,
a bunch of
April 1st.
We
Teletubbies
should
with
pick that up again.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
video cameras that go and film monsters.
And we also started playing it like right as it first came out too.
Yes.
Yeah, it was free for like one day. I think it was on April Fool's.
It was April Fools. It's a company. I
Yeah.
forgot the name of the company, but you're doing great work. But basically, they release a new
Not that
game
great if you
every
can't remember the
April
name.
Fools for free.
Oh,
We're doing the Lord's
That's
work.
their little thing. Yeah. It just so happened that last year they did a co-op like survival sort of thing like Lethal Company.
Yeah.
So yeah.
yeah, but I will say the only redeeming I guess is the price. What was it like $20 or something? Or
No,
$10?
it was less. It was like 10.
Yeah, honestly, I wish I would have returned it on Steam.
You should have
but-
returned it, but you were like, no.
Yeah, but
no.
like no, but you guys are like, oh, let's get on it, and you want to know what my other friends? They didn't even get to play with me.
Yeah.
I told them, I said, I refuse. I refuse. I don't care. I'm like, play without me. I'll go jerk off by myself.
So wait, is it just the repetitive nature of the game?
It's
I think it.
yeah, it's repetitive. I don't think like the gimmick of like that they really enjoy the proximity chat.
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of games
it's
have that, too.
It can be funny, but like. You could really play any other fucking game and have fun. Play
I mean,
you can have a lot more
yeah.
fun playing Minecraft or like I don't know
I was
Mario
just gonna say,
64
it's like,
co-op.
we could just get Minecraft with proximity chat,
Yeah.
and that'd be fun.
That's also another thing with that was like certain scrap items. Like, oh, here's this tin can. It's worth $58,000. Here's this nuclear generator. It's worth $5. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was another thing. They added gambling. A mod added gambling into Lethal
Oh.
Company.
Oh, brother.
I
So
would
like we were gambling the scrap to like increase it or decrease it.
No kidding.
I wouldn't know about those mods. I quit too early.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
done. He's out. He's
Yeah,
out of the
I'm
Oh,
out.
yeah,
game.
and they don't even really play. They're playing Sea of Thieves.
No, they're playing Sea of Thieves now, which is
Yeah.
annoying me because
You wanna play
where
Sea
were
of
you
Thieves?
2 years ago?
Yeah.
when we were big
And
into
then-
Sea of
when we were really
Thieves.
big
And
into Sea of Thieves.
This problem I had with Lethal Company also kind of bleeds into like every now and again a game not exactly like that, but like I call it like a flavor of the month type of game. When you guys were telling me that, I kind of suspect I'm like, oh, it's gonna be one of those. Gonna play it for a little while and then probably maybe one other time and probably never again. Yeah, I hate spending my money on games that
Mhm.
but I want something to last, so I'm gonna pay money for it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised though that you don't like the. You of all people don't like the game where you like dumpster dive.
Well, the
I mean,
problem is
if
there's no
there was
dumpster.
Yeah,
You know what? I
In
feel like that would
space.
actually be a good game, garage sale simulator.
that would be yeah.
And you know what? There actually is a garage sale video game on DS.
Oh, is
called-
there?
It's made by Konami. It's like Yard Sale Treasure Finder.
Oh,
Yeah, I found it when I was doing research for something, and I was like, oh, I need to buy that game because it looks awful. But
do you have it?
no,
Okay,
I think it's like $20 on eBay. I might buy it just for the gag.
maybe we can play it.
Maybe if I found that game at a yard sale, that would
Alex
be
Town Simulator.
Alex Townsend.
Well,
guess
I mean,
we'll-
to agree with you, Lethal Company has definitely fallen from its graces, mainly because
It was never up there.
well, I stopped playing it because mainly they stopped updating it very frequently, because that was another thing that was keeping us going back. They were updating it like every other week, and it made it feel fun. And then they just never added like an ending to the game or like anything.
Well, flavor of the week
Yeah, there
game,
was-
like he was saying, they
There
just
was-
stopped supporting it.
There was no
was
tangible
over.
objective to the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Well, it also doesn't help that the creator it became loaded because of it. So it's like now they can shift their attention to other things that they would actually want to do
Yeah,
instead
like
of
house
just
parties.
making. But yeah,
House Party Simulator.
Yeah,
with the game
that
grumps.
is a game. Yeah.
With the
Yeah,
Game
my brother
Grumps.
has that on Steam. And I had to ask him. Like, I was looking through the like community pictures that people were posting. I'm like, Adam, why do you have this sex game on your Steam?
And he's like, "Have you met me? I mean, I need it."
Yeah, he
Do you want to play it, Brian?
No.
House Party VR. There's,
Oh, is there a VR?
I assume that.
Oh,
I mean, horny
no.
bastards are adding VR to everything.
Don't call me
It's
out.
probably a VR mod.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably a VR mod in Lethal Company where you get sucked off by a monster.
Oh
or
my
something.
Oh, there
God.
is a
I don't know
VR
for-
mod. There is
for-
definitely a VR mod.
for
Why
Scrap.
did you
Me, I've
immediately
played it.
know that?
Because I watched someone live stream it, and it was
Sure,
pretty
bud.
funny.
Sure, bud.
And then got his
Wayne
dick
Radio
sucked.
TV did it.
Oh.
The fridge guy.
Well, shout out to a guy who has infinitely more subscribers than we do. So,
Yes, if you're watching this, please subscribe. It helps us grow.
yes.
Please.
Click
Absolutely.
that dislike button. We just want to see.
Any form
Can
of
we
interaction
make this the
helps.
most
Make sure
disliked
to-
episode?
Can we make this?
Slam that like button.
Hold on, I
and
gotta put on my
put
evil
on that
voice.
bell icon.
I forgot what number am I? Am I 2?
Hello? Yes. Slam that dislike button. Destroy it.
Like we're slamming your mom.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Okay, I
whoa,
guess
whoa,
it's going to be
whoa.
your
now the
turn now
bit's
after
over.
you said that.
Whoa,
No
whoa.
talk, funny man.
We'll probably talk about this in a couple of idiots episode eventually. The Aliens franchise. They came out with a game from Gearbox Software called Aliens Colonial Marines.
Oh,
Here it is.
Oh,
I was so hyped for this game because they did a showcase where they're like, we're watching gameplay of it. Little did we know that it was a pre-rendered bunch of bullshit that they didn't do, and they farmed it out to another studio that did a horrible job on the game. So I buy it like the day after it comes out because I pre-ordered at GameStop. Which don't pre-order, guys. Don't pre-order. It's not a good thing.
Stop it.
Stop doing
Get
it.
some help.
unless you're sure about the game. I mean, there's some franchises you're like you're good.
I'll
with.
usually do it if there's some kind of like a pre-order bonus with the game.
But that's different. But it has
That's
to be worth
different.
it. It has to be worth the pre-order bonus.
Yeah.
Like the Halo
Right.
Reach pre-order.
It's not like a
bonus is-
foam football
I love the Halo
Yeah.
pre-order
for
bonus.
Assassin's
It's
Creed Black
fantastic.
Flag.
But now they're doing like weird digital only content for pre-orders, which I don't care
Yeah,
about.
that's an annoying
Yeah.
trend.
But I wish I pre-ordered Helldivers so I get the cool blue armor.
The
But I
three.
didn't.
Hey, it's not just one. It's 3 different
You're
armors.
right. You're right. Anyway,
3.
Anywho, so my first experience with booting the game up, because this was on Xbox 360, when you could just put a game in and it worked.
Well, that's a lie. There was always there was always updates.
I didn't
There's
have an
always a
update for
day
it.
one
It was just
update.
right
Unless you
into the
didn't
game.
connect to the internet, then it's like okay, you could
It
play
was right
it.
in the game. I had Xbox Live.
Oh,
Um, Gold, baby.
Oh, look at
Oh,
someone had money.
oh,
Yes, I bought the 3-month cards. It's $24. There you go.
yeah,
Big
begging
dick
someone for a
energy over
2-day
there.
trial out of their
I
game.
mowed the
Listen,
lawn.
I know you bought a new game. Give me the day. Give me the Xbox Live day code. Come on.
Oh, that was a desperate search for that. But my first experience with the game was okay. Opening of the game, it's going great. You know, they set up the story, it's great. And I get into on the Sulaco, and you see Bishop's legs. And as I turn my camera, part of my screen moves, and the other part kind of doesn't. And then it's like that's weird. I don't know what's going on with that. That's called screen tearing.
Yeah.
Because they didn't fully optimize the game. And then my first encounter with an alien to fight it, I shoot at it as it's charging at me. It runs after me and then runs into a wall and explodes. And it was
That wall is the most powerful being in the alien universe.
It didn't look great. I mean, it looked okay.
Well, was this while the screen was tearing?
Oh yeah, that didn't go away. That happened not only through just that one part, but the entire game.
Oh,
The
God.
want
entire
you-
game, like half of like the bottom half, like the top half would move fine, and the bottom half would be like, just kind of just inching along.
I want to sort of get into the psychology of how you were feeling as a young lad at that point when you discovered that you had a steaming pile of shit in your hands.
I was like, this does not look like the showcase they showed off less than a year earlier, where it looked incredible. The guns are completely different because like, oh, you don't get the same guns as the original movie. You get updated versions, but there's one this is the Hicks shotgun or whatever, and it was bad. It was real bad.
How long did you play it for?
I beat the whole game.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Oh, it just
Because
doesn't say
it's
it.
like I just paid for this. I'm gonna beat it.
You hate played it. You're like,
Kind of.
I'm not going to enjoy this, but
I
I'm
kind
going to
of did,
do it.
but it was
Yeah.
like this is really frustrating because like the enemies aren't really. I feel like I'm just like fish in a barrel, or it's either fish in a barrel or there's so many of them that you can't move because they're just killing you. Because you also face human enemies with guns and stuff that shoot at you, but they're robots. I can't remember everything, but I beat the whole game in like less than 8 hours. The game was very like. It was just not great. The storyline was interesting. They said it's canon, and that makes Hicks not dead. I was fine with
for
that.
Alien 3.
That's the only thing that I liked about that game. It's like, okay, Hicks
Newt's
isn't
still
dead.
dead.
Newt's still dead. That's whatever.
It's a child. It's
Yes,
not whatever
they
to me.
couldn't replace a child with another person that had almost the exact same injuries
They could find a way.
because there's a DLC where they show exactly how it happened, how Hicks survived.
Okay.
And it's a guy who's also like on a colony ship that they took over, that the company took over, and are using to breed more aliens because that's always a good idea.
Fucking
And
idiots.
well, lo and behold, they get out of containment. The the guy like trips and falls into Hicks's cryopod, and then that gets ejected.
Yeah.
And that's how he's
Aye,
dead. Like, oh, okay, this is fucking stupid. But I'm fine with that he's alive. But the game like gives you a character you're supposed to care about that gets impregnated with an alien, and then she dies.
Oh.
It's like, I don't care. Like, I had no emotional connection whatsoever. I don't
So wait,
care.
she fucked an alien?
No, the alien. She got face hugged. An alien.
I don't know the Alien movies or franchise that well. I'm just imagining that she just had some steamy hot,
well,
you gotta
look forward.
You got to look at disdain.
Yeah. Well, yeah. How dare you?
But it does not like the one Marine character like freaks out for like 5 seconds. You're supposed to be like, oh, I'm so sad, but I didn't give a shit. Like,
No.
give me the smart gun back that didn't really work very well. But years and years later, it was found out that the game was broken because of one small typo in the code that programmed the AI for the aliens that broke
really?
everything else.
Really?
Some guy went in and in the code, fixed it, and released a patch for the game, and the game works perfectly now.
Oh, okay.
It still looks horrible.
And the story is not great.
No, but they fix it. They fixed it. The AI enemies work how they're supposed to work now. They're actually a threat, and that it makes the intense moments more intense.
Is that a fan made patch?
Yeah.
Okay. I do like it when like fans of like something will like go out of their way to like fix something.
And it was literally something as stupid as changing a 1 to a 0 or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that in a
That's-
single line of code.
Wow.
Yeah, some people find that even in the games like Mario 64, like people are still finding things like, oh, here's how you can boost the FPS on like a regular N64 without the red pack or the expansion pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coding is pretty hard.
That's why-
Especially if we're on a tight deadline. I imagine if they had like, maybe a few more months for that Alien game, it could have been better.
Well, it's definitely not like Duke Nukem where they had like 10 years to develop a game that was just a
Oh,
steam
yeah.
pilot.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that
yeah.
was
Have you
picked up
seen-
and dropped so many times.
Yeah. Have you seen the pictures of people that had like pre-order receipts from GameStop from like when it was relatively announced till a decade later when
So
it
I've
released?
seen that. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
bet they regret pre-ordering.
Did they get the game from
ridiculous.
those old pre-orders?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
They
probably.
would have to honor that. That's their money is there. Otherwise, they'd have to give all the money back.
No.
Interesting.
I mean, they
but,
have the
like,
receipt.
as a fan, like a big fan of Aliens, that being my favorite of the Aliens franchise, I was super let down and disappointed by this game. And the way they ended it was really stupid. It's like, oh, here's another Hicks robot, but that one's actually a bad one. There's another Hicks robot not Hicks, Bishop, that's good, that takes the place of that. It's so stupid. It's just really not a really. They set it up for a sequel that will never ever be made. Nope. Because then they think they made Alien versus Predator with Colonial Marines that has nothing to do with anything else.
Yes,
it's
and-
also not good.
It's funny, but
It's
yeah.
bad. And I was disappointed by that too.
At least we got Alien Isolation.
That's good.
Yeah.
That
That's
came
okay.
that came
The
after those two,
superior
right?
alien movie gets the superior alien game.
Well, that was made by Sega.
Yeah, let's be
Yeah.
careful here.
We'll talk about this later.
Because there's a game, an RTS game from early 2000s, late 90s called Alien vs. Predator Extinction that's incredible that I would play my brother's PlayStation 2. And he had a thing called Game Shark, which you put a disc
Yep,
in and
yep.
that puts cheats and stuff on there. And I would do that so I could have unlimited units.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would just continuously order Marines until the game just was like not working correctly. And the PlayStation's fans were just screaming.
Oh Jesus!
My brother didn't know I did that, but he also did the same thing.
He's
so
like,
I
why
think
is my
it's fine.
system on fire? Don't worry
The
about it.
PlayStation 2 though is bulletproof. It's solid. It was. I
Well,
think
which
he
one
had-
did you have? You have
I'm
the
pretty
thick
sure
one.
he had the original one.
Okay, no.
But that was great because it wasn't the thin, stupid one. It was the big
Hey,
one.
Hey,
you watch your fucking mouth.
I didn't like the thin one. I felt like
I love the thin boy.
Okay.
the thin one, honestly, I mean, there are some drawbacks because you can have a memory expansion on the back of the first PS2.
Yeah.
Also, apparently, a lot of people stored their weed back there. I've been told from back in the day
Hey,
that
there's
little
room.
like expansion bay.
Yeah. I just don't remember the memory cards for all of those. Like my brother had like a box full of them.
Yeah, I have a box full of GameCube ones
Yeah.
lying around, but
Yeah.
I don't know, I like the Slim better just because it's not as bulky. Disc reader doesn't have as many problems.
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
think it's overall better iteration, but yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Also, I think internet's built into the second one too. You don't have to
Yeah,
buy
we
an
never
adapter.
connected internet to that.
Yeah. No, there is an Ethernet port for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, DeGenero.
You done?
Yes.
Okay. What?
Wow.
I wait, I gotta get my thing ready. Sorry, I want to be evil voice.
Okay.
What? You're gonna laugh?
I just love this new bit.
I am gonna talk about.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Ooh, that's a good one. I agree.
I hated it.
That one shook a lot of people. A lot of.
Mhm.
I know one person who's never made a video in their life. They made a response video on YouTube for The Last of Us, and I didn't even know you knew how to fucking edit.
Yeah. So, but I'll put a disclaimer here. Graphically, it looks incredible. I loved it. I love the settings that are involved with it. It looks great graphically, especially for it running on the original PS4. It looks incredible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Naughty Dog really outdid themselves. I mean, I've never played it, but I've seen gameplay,
Yes.
and I'm like, this is next level stuff that probably took so long.
Oh yeah, no, gameplay wise and graphically,
I
pristine.
fully agree with you.
It looks and plays great. I hate the story. I hate the characters. I hate everything involving this game besides the graphics and gameplay. It's just terrible because you don't know anything about it, Brian.
I do know things about it.
Okay.
You don't know anything.
You don't know anything.
I don't think you know shit about me.
Brian,
think
why are you
I
even
think
listening?
that's-
Just get out of here.
I think that's really funny though. Like we always do that to Brian. It's like
Yeah,
we
I
talk about
know
anything that
things.
isn't Sonic, Mario, or was it Mega Man
Mega Man.
related? You're just like, you don't know shit about this. You fucking
You don't even know
idiot.
shit about me. I haven't even played Mega Man in a while.
You don't even know me.
I do have a Mega Man game on my list, but we'll talk.
See, there you
Oh
go.
my god. Okay. Anyway,
No,
look,
you talked about it in the characters that we wished had survived. Now,
a little bit, but that was the intro.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, let me ask: does most of the criticism towards the story mostly like is it mostly about Joel's death, or is there more to the story?
No,
that
there's
I'm
more
not
to the
aware about?
story.
Oh, okay.
It's terrible.
Well, this I don't know about.
No, the
Yeah.
intro. Look, I talked about the intro earlier because yes, Joel dies. Oh,
I don't
big
like that.
spoiler, and it sucks because yes, he was a great character.
And
But
fuck
then
off.
it's like everyone is because it's written by what? I didn't even hear that.
Brian said, "Fuck golf."
God. But basically, it was written by Neil Druckmann, who everyone is still like openly praising and whatnot, and I'm sure he's an okay writer. But just like the whole point of the game was just like revenge is bad.
Mhm.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's the whole. We went 50 hours into this game just for us to get because the entire game, Ellie, which if you watch the TV show is the girl that Joel adopts as like his daughter and stuff, because he dies. So
Are they
he goes,
adopting? I'm sorry. Are they adapting part 2?
Yes.
Yeah, that's coming out.
Yeah, so you'll
They're
see.
gonna kill Joel in the like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
okay.
Well, you never know. They did have some slight changes with the first season compared to the game.
Slight, but not massive. That would be
Well,
massive.
well, this is also that's a massive choice from the second game that people did not like. So I think it would be interesting if they're like,
well,
all right, well, we're gonna take this in a different direction.
I'm just excited to see all the reactions for the people who are like, I love Pedro Pascal. I love the show. It's so good. I can't wait for him to be in season 2.
Oh, I can
and
watch
the reactions on
Oh,
YouTube.
yeah,
of him
dude,
being
it is
brutally
gonna-
fucking murdered.
It is going to be really bad when it
Oh, I
gets
could watch
out.
it.
not watching the show. HBO's betrayed me.
Yeah.
Last
Oh, I
of
could
Us
watch
Part
a
2
whole other
players are
season
like,
of
first
Pedro
time?
Pascal, and then
No, exactly. It'll be exactly
Yeah,
that.
they'll
No,
be
that's
like,
exactly
first
it.
time.
It's
First
going to be
time?
half of the internet is like, what the fuck? And the other half is like, wow, you're just getting here.
We've been here before.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
denouncing this entire game because
Yeah.
it's written poorly. And
Welcome, take a seat.
because basically the entire time, Ellie is chasing after Joel's murderers, which are 4 people. And spoilers, they're all doing their own like conflict as well. So you follow Ellie through 7 days of Seattle, like in Seattle, like going through her perspective.
Sure.
And then you go 7 days as Abby, the person that killed Joel, in her perspective. And eventually they intertwine and meet. And it's just like they fight. Abby walks away again, and Ellie fails at just like getting her revenge and avenging him.
Walked away with one less
And
finger.
what?
Walks away with one less finger.
That's the second fight.
Oh, okay.
The first one, they're in the theater, and then and not to mention Ellie at the same time has multiple friends of hers killed because of her obsession for going after Abby. And Abby the same. All the friends that came with her to go kill Joel, they're all dead now. So it's just Ellie and a little kid. There was just so many things he shoehorned in
But
there.
another game did it better. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Well, we're gonna get there. That's in the second.
is that the next game that you? The next game I hate.
No,
Red
it's
Dead
the game that
Redemption
you're
2.
constantly
I did
praising.
it just 100% it again.
I did.
and I
Again?
hate it.
Yeah, I did it on PS4 and
Lord.
and PC.
And
now.
it-
Now we're
Jesus.
playing it online.
Yeah.
And Brian, mind
God.
you, it's a long one. It's
Yeah,
a
I
long-
know.
It's-
I 100% game like my favorite games all the time, but it's like that is
Yeah,
Jesus.
but most of the games you 100% are like between 4 and 8 hours long.
Oh, that's not true.
You do them multiple times.
Okay, it's
He's
true.
playing it for like over a week straight.
Yeah.
And now we're playing
It's
online.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
I'll round up The Last of Us with just saying that recently Druckmann has said in some sort of interview that people should not expect a part 3
Yeah.
because I think with what he's been doing with HBO and other things, like people are finally seeing through like how he's writing and his projects coming up, and they're just like, yeah, they're not looking too good.
Yeah.
So they may shift the entire direction. They may put it with a new writer,
Well,
but it may not be Druckmann
they
anymore.
did announce that new video game that has nothing to do with either
Yes, it has
that
nothing to do
or
with it.
Uncharted.
Yeah,
Yeah, that space game.
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought it
People
looked
are already
decent. I thought
criticizing
I
it.
thought it looked pretty decent. I'd be interested in it.
Well, people are criticizing it because
Yeah.
like they
That's
don't
a
know what
woman
it's
to
gonna look.
lead?
Yeah.
What are you
Oh,
doing?
yeah.
Just shut the fuck up.
There's always going to be those stupid idiots that are going to criticize people for a female lead. It's like,
you know
grow
what?
up.
Yeah.
Women are badasses, okay? And
Yeah.
they've been badasses forever.
They
So let's
gave
just-
birth
yeah.
to us.
Exactly. All right. And then people are like, there's no strong female leads.
They have
I'm
to be
sorry,
strong
Ellen
to give
Ripley,
birth to you
Sarah
guys.
Connor.
Yeah.
They've
Sarah
existed since the
Connor.
fucking 80s.
Yeah, we're
at
actually
least.
creating a video essay here. Has Mario has Nintendo made Mario woke and the thumbnails of
No.
Well, that's
Mario
the
getting
title.
kissed on the
We've
nose
duped
like
ya.
Princess Peach?
We got you.
If you're this far, the views count.
Yeah.
I hated it. He definitely betrayed me, and not to mention when I was playing as Abby.
I'm fed up with this world.
When I was playing as Abby, just as like a fun challenge, because I was playing it with me and my sister. We were playing it together, taking turns playing it, and basically we both hated Abby to the point that because throughout the game they're trying to like sympathize. It's like, haha, Abby's her own person too. No, fuck you. I don't care about this person. So and to level up your character, you have to take pills. To like get new skills. We took none of the pills that Abby was collecting the entire game. So by the end, when Abby was in some like California or something, we had like over 600 pills and no skills for Abby because we did not care for her at all. Just an added challenge that we did.
And it has an awkward sex scene.
That too. There's just an abrupt, awkward sex scene.
There's sex in this game?
Yes.
He immediately perked up.
It sounds like it's a good game. I mean,
No, but not no. She it's an awkward, abrupt sex scene with the guy that already has a wife and is pregnant, heavily pregnant.
Yeah. That and this is also not to disparage any of like the voice acting because Laura
No, the
Bailey,
voice-
Laura
I'm-
Bailey does an incredible job. Ashley Johnson does an incredible
Yeah,
job.
absolutely. I don't blame
Troy
any of the
Baker.
actors or voice actors. That is not included with this.
And
So don't.
I've watched the behind the scenes stuff and like it was very emotionally taxing for them all.
Oh yeah.
Because Laura Bailey and Ashley Johnson are like best friends in real life,
Mm-hmm.
and for them to go through that was really really tough for them. So like we'll sympathize with it. It's just the writing and the direction of it was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is kind of fitting that the game you picked is a Game of the Year winner.
Yeah, one game of the year.
It did win Game of the Year. It was a slow year.
Slow year.
sounds like you're
Was it
invalidated.
2019? I think it was.
Something like that, yeah.
Wasn't that when God of War won?
No, 18 was God of War.
Because that beat out Red Dead.
Red Dead, yeah. For
Well,
good
damn.
reason.
All right,
I
then.
will say for good reason.
Okay.
But go with Brian. Please go. Do you want the evil voice?
Go ahead, boy.
Well, by the way, I think we're just gonna go around one more time.
Yeah, probably.
We could try to do it 2 more times. But man, this episode has been going on. But
We can
maybe
make
we
it
can
a-
do a part 2 to this.
We can do a
video.
2-part,
Yeah,
and
why
then we
not
don't have
two-part?
to do another one.
Well, my next pick is
Wait. Which one are you?
Which Sonic?
3.
no. I'm not talking about Sonic. I'm not gonna do it.
I'm very tempted. The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes.
Oh, honestly, that actually would have been a good one for me to put on there.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that the 3-player one?
It's the
Yeah.
3-player.
Ah, okay.
That's okay. That's my first problem with the game. Why is it 3 players? Like I
Yeah.
get that you're trying to do like a thing like Triforce, try. There have been multiple games in the Zelda series that have had 4 players, so you can make it possible.
Well, to be fair, it was probably a 3DS processing power thing.
It's
would
more
assume-
powerful than the GameCube. The GameCube had a 4-player Zelda game.
Well, they could have done it like they do.
Yeah,
with,
but
like,
they were also like Super Nintendo type sprites.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
They could have done that like they did with Halo with multiplayer. In the storyline is you just get another copy of the Master Chief.
Right.
Or in 3 you get the Master Chief, the Arbiter, and then 2 other elites. Just
Maybe. I don't know. But okay, I will say in regards to like multiplayer, like the multiplayer side of this game, it's not bad. Like if you're playing with other 2 like Zelda fans who are like good at this type of game, it's like a lot of fun. And I've only done it like a few times with some people, but
Yeah.
it's decent for what it is. The single player campaign though is so fucking bad because you're constantly switching between these 2 dolls, and there are a lot of bosses that require you to like attack like multiple parts of it like at the same time with multiple players. You can't really do that with the dolls. It's so broken and like so like utterly like it doesn't work at all.
Yeah. Honestly, they should have made like a $20 like downloadable title.
Yeah, right. And make it
not have
multiplayer
single player.
only or something. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to know? I played it once.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the game. I was so stupid. I spent $40 on a new 3DS game.
Yeah.
Me and Jarrett were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna beat this whole game together."
No.
did it once. Never looked at it again. And then I figured out he sold it without telling me.
Oh.
Because I mentioned one day, I'm like, "Oh, maybe we can try that again." He's like, "Oh, dude, I sold it like 8 months ago."
Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of spite.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm hoping that game's gonna go up in price eventually.
Yeah, maybe.
So I could scalp it.
Yeah, exactly.
Make people pay ridiculous prices on eBay. Yeah.
No, but there's another gimmick to this game that I really like. It is the most like why thing I've ever experienced in any game. So at the end of like each world, you get like materials so you can build costumes. And I actually do like the idea of the costumes. Like they give you added effects. Like if you wear the Kokiri garb, you can like, if you get a bow and arrow, you can shoot 3 in a row or something like that. Or if you have like the parka, you can walk on the ice freely. But the thing that really pisses me off about it is that it's so unbalanced. For instance, if you go to the ice world, if you beat any level in the ice world, you get materials to build a parka. That makes sense, right? Ice world, you can build the parka. But by the time that you complete the ice, like when you get all the materials to build the parka, you are done with the ice world. So there's no fucking point to making the parka anymore.
It's probably for the drip.
It's just a dribble.
No, there's no other ice gimmicks in the rest of the game. So what's the fucking point?
You're gonna be iced out the whole game.
Good fucking lord. It's so unbalanced and so dumb. And it's like, oh, it wants you to replay the levels. No, I don't want to. And also, if you're playing with friends, like, not everyone gets like the same materials all the time. So it's like, it doesn't even matter. And if you're playing like single player, you only get one material. Well, you get one material anyway. It's just so unbalanced. The one good thing I will say about this game is the music. The music is pretty good.
Well, it's Zelda. You can't.
Yeah,
can't
but
go
it's
wrong.
like with like a live orchestra, and those are always great soundtracks. But that's what I have to say about Triforce Heroes. It's just not a very good game.
I guess I'm glad Jarrett and I just completely forgot about the game as soon as we got it.
Yeah. Oh, the story is so fucking stupid too, by the way. And I know the story is like in most Zelda games, it doesn't really matter too much.
Most of it is you save the princess.
Well, you save a princess, but she's like, oh, she was cursed with like an ugly outfit. Like the whole gimmick of the kingdom in Triforce Heroes is that it's like it's like all about style or whatever. But I don't want to get on like a soapbox, but I think that's just like such a shitty thing to teach kids.
well, you just don't know style.
No, I mean, have you seen my shoes? I mean, come on, look at.
I mean, you
this.
won't
I kind of
even
want you to
show
take
us your
off your
socks.
shoes and
So.
show the audience.
Let them dogs breathe.
Let them know what really is going on underneath. No, but I just think that's a shitty thing to teach kids. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know. Anyway,
All right.
that's all I have to say about that.
Towns.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up? All right, so here's another game that's actually on the 3DS. I don't know if you had it when it came out, Brian, but I'm a big Paper Mario fan.
Man, I love the first one. Oh yeah, this one really,
I know which one you're talking about.
really rocked.
The
We'll say the name of the game because you need to do the thing.
well, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
So the game is Paper
Mario
Mario.
Sticker Store. Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was released for the 3DS, and I remember in like 2011 or 2012 seeing like the Nintendo Direct of the footage, and I was really excited. I'm like, oh my god, new Luigi's Mansion, and I'm like, oh my god, another Paper Mario. It's gonna be so awesome. I can play it on the go. And then turns out they completely messed up the battle system, and it is horrible. Now most RPGs, like you take your turn, you have a weapon. They have a sticker system. Of that it just makes no goddamn sense. Mind you, I played this for a total of 10 to 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Before you were done, that was it.
Well, I didn't beat it. That's the 10 to 20 minutes, and then I got so mad I went up to my mom because I was like 14 or 15 at this point. Whenever it came out, I said, "I'm putting this shit on eBay right now. This is awful. I hate this game." And the funny thing about that is someone with a stolen credit card tried buying it. tried buying all my 3DS games, but luckily like we didn't ship it out yet. So I would have been even more screwed. I'm if I would have sent those out early, like, as soon as they bought it, I'm like, oh, they wanted the shitty game that badly. But I mean, Brian, have you ever played it? Sticker Shock?
No, but I have seen like a lot of things about that game. Yeah, because it's like you collect stickers and the stickers give you powers, right?
Yeah, they're disposable. And
which is
really
weird. It's like you get from battles stickers that let you win more battles, so you're not really getting anything.
Yeah, it's the level up system is very, very, very awkward.
Yeah. I feel like Paper Mario as a franchise is like it started as a traditional RPG series. Sean is falling asleep on me right now. Okay, I was like,
I think
what
I
I'm
saw.
saying really boring?
I think I saw a big snooze bubble come out of his nose.
I did not. What the hell are you talking
Are you a
about?
honk shoe or a honk me kind of guy?
Snooze bubble.
Okay.
But,
well, anyway, no, yeah, it feels like because Paper Mario was originally it's like a traditional RPG series, but then it feels like after like Super Paper Mario, like every game is like being experimental, and it doesn't always work.
Super Paper Mario was experimental.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so you had the first one, N64.
Well, hold on. What, Sean?
Damn it! Don't acknowledge me.
What were you doing?
Don't acknowledge me.
I try not to, but go ahead, Town.
Okay. So yeah, the first one N64, great game. I mean, it was only made because the paper aspect. Yeah,
God.
he's snoozing.
Great
So-
bit. Anyway, continue.
Someone rock him in the balls. Yeah, so the first Paper Mario, that one was just traditional RPG. Same with the second one on GameCube. I should like it more than I do, but I
Yeah.
mean, I like the N64 one a lot more. The Wii one, that was like a weird side scroller. I
Yeah.
still liked it as a kid. With the well, how do you go from 2D to 3D? That gimmick.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, with like the pixels.
Yeah, it's a
Partners.
cool gimmick.
Yeah, I don't really like the pixel partners and how they look. I like the personalities of the other ones.
Oh, the story to Super Paper Mario, by the way, is so like,
Convoluted.
well, it's convoluted, but like that ending though, it's like Jesus Christ. The Super
Yeah.
Paper Mario
Yeah, I never
with like
finished
with
that
the
game.
with the love story, it's like, oh my god, it's so fucking powerful for a game about paper.
yeah,
But
then- that's what I hear from a lot of people that they went
Yeah.
really hard on it. And then I think the next one is Paper Mario Sticker Star. On the
yeah,
3DS, which-
what a drop.
yeah, such a that was the one that brought the series to its lowest point.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much anything Paper Mario after it was just kind of soiled. That's why I hate it so much, is because what was it? I think it was a WADA that said like, "Oh no, we're still trying to stick with like, Sticker Star and Color Splash."
Yeah,
Even though like WADA, I miss you.
no,
Gone now.
miss
But
that man.
goddamn, you ruined my Paper Mario.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, Color Splash. I remember watching the Nintendo Direct for that. Like, I think I was in a physical therapy office, and I saw the trailer, and the system they had for it was similar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
You're like, damn it,
I'm not wasting my money on that.
just put me down.
Yeah, and then they have the Origami King on the Switch, of which they're messing with the battle system again. They're like, dude, just have regular turn-based combat and just make the game funny. That's all people care about.
Well, it's so gratifying and yet embarrassing that the best reviewed recent Paper Mario game is a remake of Thousand Year Door, which is like
Yeah.
the best one in the series. Have
Yeah.
you played that remake, by the way?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh yeah, you do. That's right.
yeah,
What
I was playing at your house when you were recording a video.
do you- yeah.
I think that's the last time I played it.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, I like it. It's a pretty good remake.
Better or worse than Paper Mario 64?
Do I think it's better? I know I like the charm of the first one a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they add some things to the battle system, like the audience, effects or whatever. But I
Yeah.
mean, it's relatively the same. You can't.
Yeah,
go,
that's what I've noticed too when I picked up the N64 game for the first time.
yeah, but
Thousand Year Door is a great game, but
enough about Paper Mario. So Sticker Star,
sucks.
it ruined the series forever.
Fuck stickers.
And then Paper Jam,
sticker.
they just shoved them in that.
Oh, I
game.
forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about.
Yeah,
Paper
that
Jam.
also was. I don't think it was ruined by Paper Mario. Just the.
It was a Mario and Luigi game with a crossover of Paper Mario.
Yeah, anything that Paper Mario touches now just sucks
Yeah.
as a Sticker Star. But yeah, that's the game I hate.
Once again, Neil Druckmann's fault. Can't believe he ruined Paper Mario like this.
Can't believe he made Mario woke
No.
in paper.
We'll see about it in his new game that comes out in 7 years. Anyway,
All right,
Well, I think
Jonathan.
Bethesda, come on now. When did they announce Elder Scrolls 6? Like 18 years ago?
it's been a while. But they did.
I think I was still in diapers when they announced that.
Last of Us,
You're still in diapers now.
it took them 5 years
Someday.
to release one game.
Yeah, but then they just
And then they
released
spent the
remaster
next-
7 times.
And then they spent the next 7 years remastering, mastering, and doing whatever
But it's
shit.
not as egregious as Skyrim. It's on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Gonna be on the PlayStation 7, whatever. It's gonna be on all
and
of
it's
them.
on the Switch.
Yeah.
It's on the Switch.
Oh,
You can
God.
get a Hyrule,
It's on Alexa.
Hylian shield, and one Master Sword.
A calculator.
It's gonna be the new Doom where somebody puts it on their fridge,
Yeah.
or calculator.
What's your next
I'm
least
getting
favorite
to it.
game?
I'm getting to it. Are you ready?
Oh.
My next one
Yeah.
is.
Oh, wait, I got it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Get it ready.
all right.
Goblin.
This will probably be a surprise, maybe. Halo 5.
Nah, that's
Oh,
not
is that the new
surprising.
one?
No, that's Infinite. I actually like
What a
Infinite.
shock.
You haven't been quiet about your distaste for some of the later Halo games.
I've never
Hold on.
heard you say anything good about Halo. I'll just
Halo.
say that.
That's a bullshit lie. You know that I love Halo.
I know, but I've never
That is
on
the-
this podcast.
That is the one game in the series that I do not like. Is that one? Halo 4 is fine. Halo Infinite, I thought brought it back, but Halo 5 is I think a mistake. An egregious black eye in the franchise, and it's just not good.
All right, so
All right.
we apologize that the camera quality, where me and Sean are now in Mexico.
Oh,
You're
is
not-
it?
You didn't. You changed it. Oh, okay. Whatever. It's fine.
Whatever.
Fuck
We
it,
had
who cares?
we
Fuck
had
it.
an issue with technical issue.
We're
We're
having
apologizing
technical
for that
issues.
right now. But anyway, Halo 5,
Mexico.
Mexico edition. We have the filter on. What was I?
Just restart.
Halo 5 was my last game because we're gonna wrap this up.
We'll just end with you.
It was
I'm
not
fine.
great. Well, you got one?
No. I
Yes.
want you to say it right now, XCOM. I
Okay.
hate it. It's terrible. A terrible turn-based
What?
Do you not know what XCOM is?
No,
It's
I know
a
what XCOM
RTS
is.
game.
I
It's
It's
don't-
yeah.
I've never heard of anyone hating XCOM.
I just don't like it. It's every time I've tried to play it, it's terrible.
Okay.
It's just the turn-based sucks. The probability of like hitting an enemy makes no sense to me. I just don't like XCOM.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Halo 5, they tried to redo what they did with Halo 2. It didn't work very well because I think there's like 19 or 12 missions or whatever. And you play a total of 3 as the Master Chief. And the rest
Only
you play,
3?
yeah, you play as 3 as the Master Chief. And the rest
lame.
you play as Spartan Locke, who's supposed to be the new badass guy. He sucks.
Is that what's his name?
Who?
Nathan Fillion or
No.
No,
No,
okay,
he's
that's a
Buck.
different one.
He's Edward Buck.
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
He's a part of the fire team Osiris, but he doesn't really like doing what they're doing. He even said like there's a dialogue. He's a good part of the game because it's Nathan Fillion. And I love Nathan Fillion.
But I was right. He is in this game.
Yeah, he is in the game.
Okay.
But the gameplay is not that good. It's not that interesting. There's certain aspects of it that are really difficult. And you feel very much like you're supposed to be equipped with a more powerful weapon, but they don't ever give you one. The story is lacking a lot to it. I don't find really much of them other than Buck to be super interesting. It's the first time in a video game you see Spartan Blue Team, which is the Master Chief's team. They're cool. And they try to make this ultimate fight, like hand-to-hand fight between the Master Chief and Spartan Locke. Be like, oh, Spartan Locke's going to kick his ass. Master Chief just beats the shit out of him. And, you know, there's funny edits of that online of, like, lore accurate Master Chief, what he would do to him. And he, like, shoves his head up his own ass.
Oh.
Like, he shoves Locke's head up Locke's own ass or something like that. But, like, just aspects of it were not good. It felt rushed. The story didn't really make much sense. And, you know, I just wish that they had been cohesive with what they were doing. Consistent rather, because it just was not a very well put together or fun experience. The multiplayer wasn't that good because they tried to do Call of Duty stuff with it, which, you know, separate the two, because Halo is not Call of Duty and Call of Duty is not Halo. So let's not do the stupid shit, like, you know, which Call of Duty now is ridiculous. It's stupid. Because I don't want to. I'm gonna get
weed or
no. I'm gonna get slide
Rihanna's
canceled by a Ninja
ass
Turtle.
or-
I don't really want that. I'm okay. Thank you very much.
you know how much the skins are?
They're like what, $20
No, it's $40 each.
for each of the turtles?
Yeah.
Fuck that. No.
That's
wow.
almost
That's a-
$200.
That's a deal. That's $20 $20 less than an actual video game.
Well, it is
Wow.
a deal. We'll give
But-
it that.
Yeah. I did not like Halo 5. I didn't find it's my least favorite of the Halo games. I felt the one after it, Infinite, redeemed itself, but it should not have been open world because there's not a lot in that open world, and they should have put more DLC for that one, like game DLC, like story wise.
Okay, we're done.
We are
Anyway.
we are finished for the day, guys.
Evil voice.
Well, thank you for watching or listening to our podcast today. Make sure to follow us on social media. We are the Major Idiots Crew at wherever you get your social media fix.
Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
The YouTubes, which you're hopefully watching us on right now. Like, subscribe, upvote us, whatever you gotta do. Thank you for joining us. Sorry about Mexico.
Give us
Filter.
Reddit karma.
We'll do another one of these for least favorite games, I think, because we got a lot more. Just not next time. He already faded to black.
Already faded to black.
Well, we're done. Okay.